We make plans, we set goals, we buy courses. Each new year, we're flooded with opportunities to start anew, to be better, to be more. Yet somehow by June, the energy's gone, the goal's forgotten, and we're back to square one. But what if the issue isn't our goals? What if it's our story? Let's delve deeper. Dreams don't die. We abandon them. Every day, millions of people begin a journey as starting something new, a course, a business, a project, a dream. They sign up for courses, attend seminars, read books, watch tutorials. They learn, they plan, they even start. They begin with fire in their eyes, full of hope and determination. But somewhere along the way, they stop. The ideas are left on dusty notebooks that have for long been closed. The projects remain half-built and long been abandoned. The dreams also left to gather dust, abandoned at the first sign of difficulty. It's not that the dream died. It's just that we abandoned it. And maybe, just maybe, you've done the same. So why do so many begin with passion, but quit when the chasm appears? Why do brilliant ideas often end in abandoned folders, and why do incredible talents sometimes go unrecognized? Is it really about giving up, or is there something more going on? You don't have to abandon the dream. You don't have to abandon the dream. You don't have to abandon the dream. But what if the answer is closer than we think? What if the crux of the matter isn't external circumstances, lack of resources, or even insufficient skills? What if the primary reason dreams die is because we abandon them? What if the problem is that we stop walking before we reach the other side? Welcome to Drive Sense Broadcast. Today, we ask a difficult question: what happened to the dream you once carried? This broadcast is meant to challenge you to pick up that which you once abandoned and finally carry it across the finish line. Now you have two choices. Point 1. Stay comfortable, keep watching from the sidelines and feel inspired by the possibilities that exist. Or 2. Step onto the field and play. Ask yourself, which path leads to a richer, deeper fulfillment? Which path aligns with the aspiration you hold close? And remember, the magic lies within you. Let's embark on this journey together. But before we dive deeper, we urge you to subscribe to Drive Time Broadcast. Hit the bell icon so you never miss out on these insightful moments. Your support means everything to us and inspires us to keep bringing you more enriching content. Let's continue. This is the real problem: dreams don't die. We abandon them. And we abandon them for very specific reasons. Some people fall into the understanding gap. They signed up, they listened, but they never truly understood what they learned. Others get trapped in the implementation gap. They understood it, but never applied it. Then there's the consistency gap. They applied it once, maybe twice, but when results didn't come fast enough, they gave up. And finally, the toughest wall of all, the chasm of challenge. This is the storm, the resistance, the first real test of endurance. And it is here, not at the start, where most people walk away. The problem is not the dream. The problem is that we stop walking before we reach the other side. Let's look at some examples. Do you remember the dot-com bubble of the late 90s? Thousands of internet startups popped into existence, promising to revolutionize industries. But when the market cooled, most of these businesses collapsed. What killed them? Not the lack of ideas, but the abandonment of those ideas. Take Blockbuster, for example. Did they have an opportunity to pivot to streaming? Yes. Did they recognize the threat posed by Netflix? Also yes. But did they adapt? No. They became consumed with short-term profits, failed to invest in innovation, and ultimately went bankrupt. The problem wasn't the changing market. It was their failure to evolve with it. History is filled with such instances. Kodak, BlackBerry, Nokia, they all fell victim to the same disease. They failed to see the writing on the wall. They couldn't or wouldn't leave the comfort of what was familiar. They gave up on the dream of adapting, choosing instead to cling to the fading glory of yesterday. In 2008, Tesla was on the edge of collapse. The company was drowning in debt. Investors had pulled out. Musk admitted he thought Tesla might die. He had to borrow money just to pay his own rent. That was the chasm. But Musk refused to abandon the dream. He pushed through the storm, against all odds. Today, Tesla is the most valuable automaker in the world. What's common among these stories? The events behind each of these stories was a dramatic one, but here's the truth. They're not only for billionaires and innovators. They're the same for you, for me, for anyone who starts a journey. There are 3 lessons we must understand about abandoned dreams. 1. Knowledge is not enough. Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. Courses and books don't change lives. Ideas written in notebooks don't change lives. Execution does. Success belongs not to those who know what to do, but to those who actually do it, over and over, until it works. The key is to not just learn, but to apply, to put in the reps and refine the skill. Only then will you truly master it. So don't get stuck in the understanding gap. Embrace the discomfort of implementation. 2. Quitting has a cost. For every time you abandon a dream, you train your mind to expect failure. You weaken your confidence. You teach yourself that quitting is normal. But finishing even a small task builds momentum. It trains your mind to win. When you give up, you send a message to your brain that it can't handle the pressure, that it shouldn't aim too high. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. But when you push through, when you endure the difficulties, you prove to yourself that you can overcome challenges. You build resilience. And that, my friends, is invaluable. So don't view quitting as a mere option. See it for what it is, a high-cost decision that affects not just this endeavor, but your future endeavors as well. 3. The chasm is the test. The moment you face resistance, challenges, and obstacles, that's not the end of your dream. That's the test. That's the chasm every great idea must cross before success. The people we admire, the builders, the creators, the leaders, they didn't escape the chasm. They crossed it. And so can you. It's not the absence of problems that determines success. It's your response to them. Does your dream crumble at the first sign of rain, or does it stand tall, weathering the storm? The choice is yours. So when you encounter the chasm, don't despair. It's not the end. It's the beginning of the real journey, the proving ground where dreams are tempered and made stronger. And you have the strength to cross it. A few years ago, I set out on a journey to document extraordinary individuals whose lives embodied purpose and passion. Through this journey, I discovered that what truly sets these remarkable lives apart is their unwavering commitment to excellence, their relentless pursuit of their dreams. But I also found that this commitment wasn't born out of sheer talent or good fortune. Rather, it was forged through countless hours of hard work, resilience in the face of adversity, and an unyielding determination to turn their visions into reality. These individuals embody the true spirit of chasing one's dreams. They demonstrate that the path to success is paved not with shortcuts, but with persistent effort and an unwavering commitment to their craft. Their stories serve as a beacon of inspiration, reminding us that the dreams we hold are within our reach if we are willing to put in the work and stay true to our passions. As you listen to their tales, may you be inspired to chase your own dreams with renewed vigor and determination. May their journeys light a fire within you, urging you to embrace challenges, persevere through setbacks, and never, ever give up on what you truly desire. Dreams don't die. We abandon them. But if you refuse to stop walking, the dream lives. What happened to the dream you once carried? Did it die, or did you just stop watering it? Are you ready to pick it up again? Let's hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, if you've been inspired by this message, please give us a thumbs up. Your support encourages us to keep creating more impactful content. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. You'll be glad you did. And finally, spread the love. Share this with a friend or family member who could use some motivation. Who knows, you might just brighten someone's day. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Drive Time Broadcast. Until next time, stay driven, stay focused, and never, ever abandon your dreams.